Hey there, Quickie Peeps. The world is certainly not done with Spider-Man No Way Home yet. It just keeps making big money at the box office, resurrecting it from the ashes.
We started getting some visitors.
We've already made a video for how this film has set up at least 10 new Marvel and Sony projects. The most important setups came for Doctor Strange 2, Venom 3, Morbius, and the futures of all Spider-Men. But out of these, we still don't know how exactly Morbius will bring Michael Keaton's Vulture, and who exactly will be the Spider-Man of this universe. I mean, before the movie came out, fans wondered that Tom Holland's Peter Parker will somehow end up in the SPUMC. Along with Adrian Toomes and probably a few others, Kevin Feige had already announced that Spider-Man will be the first MCU hero to jump universes, but none of that happened. So I've got a theory that all these doubts will be solved through what Doctor Strange did. On his first attempt, Strange cast a spell to make people forget about the fact that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
The entire world's about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
But Peter made him change things mid-spell 5 times. That ultimately caused the spell to misfire, and brought 8 people and 1 symbiote into the MCU. But in the end, Pete asked Strange to cast the spell once again. Millions of people across the multiverse who knew that Peter Parker is Spider-Man were all coming to the MCU. So, Peter wanted Strange to make everyone forget about his own existence. This time, Strange forged even stronger runes in the sky and managed to close the multiversal rift. He made everyone in the MCU forget about Peter Parker, and supposedly sent everyone back to where they came from. But I've got a theory. The magnitude of the spell was much bigger than the first attempt. So, what if because of that, Strange actually botched the second spell a bit as well? That could explain and set up 3 things perfectly for the future. After watching No Way Home, we had 3 questions in particular. The first, as I've mentioned earlier, we still don't know how Morbius gets tied up in an MCU character. Second question, how exactly does the multiverse go haywire if Strange fixed things at the end of No Way Home? And third, who will be Spider-Man in the Venom universe? All 3 of these questions will be answered perfectly with my new theory. If Strange somehow botched his spell, then maybe he is the one who caused the transfer of Adrian Toomes from MCU to the SPUMC. Similarly, he could have unknowingly mismatched other people from the multiverse and sent them to different universes. That would ultimately lead to the Multiverse of Madness, as a lot of new timelines will be created through these displaced individuals. Peter already created a bunch of new timelines by curing all the villains, but maybe Doctor Strange created even more. And that's our big setup for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And get this. Due to this misplacement of people across the multiverse, what if Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man ended up in the SPUMC? As soon as No Way Home hit theaters, revived The Amazing Spider-Man 3 began trending on social media. The movie proved that Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man who just got to feature in bad stories. But now, rumors have even suggested that there are talks happening between Sony and Garfield. So, Sony could actually use Garfield's Spider-Man in their own universe of Marvel characters. People are loving Garfield and want even more of him as Spider-Man. Meanwhile, Tom Holland's Spider-Man showed no indication of going to the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. He is ready for his own new trilogy in the MCU.
Yeah, of course it is.
So, instead of pulling him in and out of the MCU, Sony could use Garfield. People surely won't mind that. They are asking for The Amazing Spider-Man 3, which was originally supposed to involve the Venom symbiote. So instead of that, Garfield could go up against Tom Hardy's Venom in his 3rd movie. The Morbius trailer suggested that there is a Spider-Man in the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters, and he has been tainted as a murderer. So maybe after being pushed into the SPUMC, Garfield's Spidey ended up in a controversy against some villain, and he got branded as a murderer. That would certainly warrant the Lethal Protector to go after him. Sony and Marvel have to solve many fan queries, and they could use this theory pretty well to do that. What do you guys think about it? Did Doctor Strange botch yet another spell? Or will Marvel find some other way to answer every question? Let us know your thoughts and preferences in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you agreed with what you saw. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!